Hey, you all. I'm so sorry. I thought I had started the recording, and I think it did, and then it fell off. So, howdy. And hi, Susan. Good to see you. So, let me jump over to the page and go back through that. I was almost there. But anyway, let's restart and get the right, get the answers you guys need. So, we are talking about Joanne's wanting to know how much pumpkin and green beans can be added. Um, and what I can tell you is that it depends, and that it's always the answer, right? So it depends because sometimes these are stool issues, but more often they are allergy issues. So, what you can try is, as Danielle suggests, using a half a tablespoon of pumpkin with dinner. Probiotic like phytospore is definitely a great plan. And then also chia seeds. So, those are super easy to use. You take like a tablespoon of chia seeds and like 3 to 4 ounces of water, let them soak, absorb it, and then start with something like a half a teaspoon per meal. If this is truly a stool issue, a stool consistency issue, you should see some pretty fast improvement. But because the vast majority of these guys do have actual allergy issues, I would, use the fiber because it does help somewhat, but focus on a probiotic and then using the chia seeds, which are prebiotic in nature. So if you're not familiar with phytospore, this has been really awesome for our pets because they include an organism called pediococcus that really helps to get the gut back under control. And because this is a sporulated probiotic, this has really made me change my stance on what you need to do with probiotics. You can use a lower dosage. The idea is that because it's in essentially hibernation, because it's sporulated, it gets down to the colon where it can actually do its work. So this has been really awesome for a lot of pets, including Hayo. And I wanted to welcome Annabelle, Donna, Jara, and Michael or Michelle. Sorry, I'm not sure which. And welcome to the group. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully, we can help you help your pets quite a bit more. The question Kathy had was clarifying if the chicken and turkey neck should be given frozen or thawed. And frankly, I think it's best to start with frozen in this situation. And again, start with 3 to 5 minutes a day to make sure that they're not going to just eat the whole thing and potentially upset their stomachs, and also that they can't swallow huge chunks and upset and kind of potentially create blockage. So this is kind of timed has been used successfully for a lot of pets. What I would do is time about 3 minutes the first few days, put them back in the freezer, put them in a little plastic bag, and they're super easy to get back out that way. Plus, they're not quite so messy, too. So I hope that helps, Kathy. Carol is asking about what's making her dog food so sticky. And so, Carol, I think you got some great advice here. It could be the rice, it could be the quinoa. I think you can just cook the grains separately and see if that helps kind of with the stickiness. And again, the texture isn't really important unless it's a problem with cleaning things up, but I would definitely, try cooking the grains separately and see if that's helpful. And then you can also use sweet potato or white potato as well. And then Jamie is asking about her batch of food being really soupy, and just sometimes it is. So a lot of times once it's cooled and sort of been in the refrigerator, then we can see that batch kind of thicken up. It's still the same nutrient content and vitamins, minerals, all that good stuff. So I think really just gets a little bit of soup, and you could alternate it with the pork too. So see if that's helpful. And I think that's the end of the questions here. Pam was just asked, saying she was looking for the calcium citrate that comes in a baggie. And I do not know what it is about calcium citrate, but since COVID, we have been having a heck of a time keeping calcium citrate in stock. So we were able to get some through Frontier Spice and Herbs. They were out last time we had to reorder, so we went back to the calcium citrate. So that's what we have for now. Unfortunately, Pam, I'm trying to source some product to get manufactured, but unfortunately, almost all of it's going to come out of China, although frankly it probably is anyway. And so I don't know. We'll just keep trying to keep up with things. Any other questions that you all can think of? Oh, that's the other thing I almost forgot to tell you, is that Wednesday I am going to be talking with Anya Gore, who's also a Crockpet chef, and I've consulted with her over various topics for her dog, and then also she's been helping us with our dog Hayo. But Wednesday at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. Sorry, I need to fix the time here again. We will be talking on Facebook Live, and I think it's going to be really fun for you guys. So she's had a really varied career and has sort of retired from sort of day-to-day life, but she's worked in publishing, acting, and most of her professional life has been a reflexologist, massage therapy, so energy healing and soul realignment practitioner. So she's got a very deep connection to the other side, or the other realm that we don't routinely recognized. And what she's been doing in the last several years is working with dogs and cats, but dogs in terms of partnership coaching, and now she's able to incorporate these techniques and help devote her energies to helping people with their animals, to giving their pets a voice, so that there is greater connection, understanding, and harmony. So that's going to be a fun interview on Wednesday morning. So I put the link in the comments there. If you're on our email list, and you all are, of course, unless you've opted out and you don't get the weekly reminders, we'll be sending out some emails to remind you about that as well. If you're not getting the weekly reminders, contact Hannah and just ask her to get you signed back up, because I get it if you're not excited about some of the other emails that we do as far as sales and things like that, but it does keep you in connection with the really interesting stuff we're going to be doing. And now that we've got some freedom from sort of the mundane day-to-day operations, I'll be able to focus on doing more online stuff on a regular basis. So that's what I have for you today. We will see you next week on the 19th. That is the day before Mary Jo and I head back south to Mexico. So we're getting really excited. Until then, take good care, and remember, your pet's best health starts in the bowl.